It is so black and white that they're basically firing a shot across the bow that they're going to come after you. Liz says, some accountants are advising us to add directors on the payroll. Sounds like after the fact. So are we wise to get their instructions in writing? Now, Liz, you're welcome to do whatever you like there, but here's what I'm going to suggest that you may want to do. And to do that, I'm going to show you an email that I received from the Tax Practitioners Board. So this was sent to all tax agents. And it's regarding the response to COVID-19. So I just want to pull up a couple of sections. Some advisors may be grappling with the tax consequences associated with the stimulus payment and wondering what will attract our attention. We also know that some businesses are already making changes to their business structures and employment arrangement following the stimulus announcements. We ask that tax agents and businesses be mindful that this is not acceptable to backdate or artificially change a business structure or employment arrangements, including changing the characteristics of payments in order to obtain a benefit or payment that would otherwise not have been paid. The Tax Practitioners Board and the ATO will take firm and swift action should this be the case. Now, that cannot be more black and white, that if you go and change things in retrospect, in terms of your employment status on the payroll, you go and change from trusts to companies or take your drawings as salaries. It is so black and white that they're basically firing a shot across the bow that they're going to come after you. Now, the information, like how this information is reported, would be very simple for the ATO to know who's done the wrong thing or not. It's by simply looking at the differences in pay run this year versus last year. It is so simple to work that out. So please do not do it. You can do what you like. If the accountant's saying you can do it, that's their own tax agent registration at risk. But we are definitely not going to be doing that for our clients or anyone who asks us to. And we are advising that that's a strong no. Because it just cannot be more black and white than what we've got sitting in that email there.
Cool. Yeah, really important distinction as well there in terms of what's allowed and not allowed. And I think they're very vocal about, again, the federal government's forking out quite a lot of money on this. And I think they're going to take it quite seriously. And where, if there is a downturn that you're experiencing, we're looking at the high level version of this, and you are experiencing issues, but you're really not sure what can you receive in the JobKeeper payment. Talk to an accountant, and talk to an accountant who who has read everything and has been across everything. Just because we don't want to be, you're liable for that as well, and you don't want to be caught in the crosshairs of the ATO if there's any issues or anything like that, because you risk losing all of that. And now, remembering, if you're asking the questions, if the business is already in dire needs, we don't need the ATO chasing us as well. That's just another stress we don't need. Maybe there's other ways. If there is no other way, other stimulus package or payments from the federal government, maybe there's other ways that we can help you from a cash flow forecasting perspective, or helping you out in managing the ATO and managing your expenses to make sure that you can keep the doors open. So yeah, there's more than one way to keep it going. I wouldn't risk it. If we're very clearly not allowed to do that.
It's just so black and white. There's no shade of grey in that. That's just, don't do it or else.